Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we'll be reviewing the Italian ship Zara, or I have her renamed with the sister ship Pola. This ship came out not too long ago and I originally did not like it very much. It had a lot of downsides and I could not figure out how to use her properly. But I think I have found her role and I use her advantages and she is actually quite fun now. So let's start with the guns. She has eight 8-inch guns and four double turrets, two in the front, two in the rear. No torpedoes. She does have AA, though you can hardly see it, honestly. I believe that these secondaries may be dual purpose, and that classifies as her AA. She does come with Elite Anti Air Barrage, and when used, it can actually knock down quite a few planes, but if you do not use it, she tends not to shoot down pretty much any at all. Her secondaries are actually really good. She has 8 to a side and 4 double turrets, and they shoot out to a range of 4.5 kilometers without any buffs. Now, like I said, they are actually relatively good, and they're pretty accurate, so you can use them on destroyers. Now, the main guns themselves, it's kind of iffy. I find that she is best used as a high explosive spammer, honestly. I tried using her the same way I use Algerie with the armor piercing. However, she does not have the range at all. Her range is only 16.5 kilometers. Or if you compare that with Algerie, you have, let's see here, 18 kilometers. So that's 1.5 kilometer difference right there. Though I do have to say that her maneuverability is really good. She can turn on a dime. Also, the camo looks amazing. I love all the Italian camos. They all look really good. Going back to Zara, though, like I said, she does tend to stay at the back as far as she can, long range spam with HE. Her armor, 150 millimeter belt armor. She can be very squishy, so you don't really want to be shot at her. She does have this plane, and yes, you can actually shoot through it. I've tried. Um, Other than that, she's pretty good ship. Let's see what her speed was. Speed of 32.5, so she's pretty nimble. She's pretty maneuverable, good HE, pretty accurate, even though she has the shorter range, and the good secondaries. But like I said, no torpedoes, where Algeria has those backup torpedo launchers on the side, even if it's only 3. It does come in handy. In this case, you do not have those torpedo launchers. Now that I have a little bit of rundown on the ship, let's toss her into a game and see how she does. Alright, and here we have ourselves a game. We have a Nelson, a Rodney, a Lyon, a Gano, Brooklyn, Zara, and a Pensacola. No destroyer, no carrier. Now, like, the main reason why I say that this ship is a good HE spammer is actually because of the fire chance. If you have a good game, you can get 16 fires. And it's really good to shoot at battleships with that. Because that is the only way you're going to knock down big chunks of them. Because if you go too close, you're just going to get annihilated. And if you go too far, you're going to be out of range. So yes, you can shoot through the plane, if that is what you're wondering. Also, the modeling for that is really good too. Also, I love the candy cane stripes on the guns. It looks really nice. Gun rotation, pretty slow, though I have accuracy focused on mine because I tend to stay at range. Gun angles, not terrible, but you're still going to get penned pretty hard at that angle. Maneuverability, at full speed, from one side to the other. You can see how maneuverable she is. She does turn quickly. My speed and health are a bit more than due to some buffs I've applied. So keep that in mind when you think about purchasing her. Alright, and our first victim has arrived. Now the shell velocity is not terrible. I haven't played on a while, so let's see what it is. It's usable, but it's not the fastest. And insta-fire and 3000 damage. She does get pretty good damage with her high explosive shells. Alright, so we have one ship cooking. Let's try to get two ships cooking. My playstyle is to try and start fires in every single ship I can, regardless of damage I have on her. That way it all slowly ticks down as fire damage. And when you have to face them the next time, they have that least amount of hit. So fire on that one. Let's see if we can go on Rodney. I'll show you the secondaries as well. So you can see how accurate those secondaries are, and 5,000 damage on secondaries. They are powerful. 3,000. They just tear ships apart. Especially light ships like cruisers. Alright, so we're capping the base here. Too much lead. Need a fire. And you just kind of stay back at range, light some fires, and if you do it good close, your secondaries are very useful in this regard. This is one of the few cruisers where the secondaries are actually powerful. Can't get a fire on this Brooklyn, and it's kind of upsetting me. Come on. Burn. So close to capping. There we go, fire. There we go. Now we can focus on another ship. Let's try this Leon. Alright, we capped. Let's go. Let's go secondary this Brooklyn one here, if we can. So I'm getting a bunch of shadows right now, unfortunately. That's because stock Leon doesn't have much superstructure to set on fire. And Nelson has a bit more. So let's see what we can do against it. There we go. Some good damage. And I can show you how armor piercing is. Another fire. Like I said, I've had games where I've had like 16 fires in this. Armor piercing, not bad. Some ricochet, some shatters. But high explosive being more consistent. I can show you the maneuverability here. She turns on a dime. It's amazing. long range accuracy. At longer ranges, it does tend to be a little bit varied, but you get one shell hit and you get an insta fire. So it's alright. And then you can see the turret speed. It can be slow, but the guns always seem to be there when you need them, so not too hard, not too much to worry about. And you just stay at a comfortable 8 to 10 kilometers, and you just rain high explosive down on them. And so let's see how we did. Not even 100,000 damage. So we have 85,000 damage, 2 ships sunk, 93 shell hits, 1 aircraft shot down, 5 fires, 1 module destroyed, 1 occupied base, 3 defended caps, 22 secondary armament hits. Alright, now 22 secondary armament hits for 11,000 damage. I don't know what other cruiser in the game can get that kind of damage with just secondaries. That's almost, look at that. I only had 43,000 damage in high explosive shells. A quarter of that was done with secondary high explosive in what, 10, 20 seconds? That's all it took. The ship is also privy to the free XP bonus, so in this case I did get 5,000 free XP. So my final verdict on the ship, it does have interesting playstyle, and like I said, I do enjoy the secondaries very, very much. I don't know exactly what their caliber is. They may be 76s or 102s. It's possible they could even be larger than that, though I highly doubt it. I mean, they are very, very fun, though the ship does tend to be best at longer ranges. And I've tried using just armor piercing, and the results differed, I guess you could say. And if you're being run down by a column of battleships, most of the time you're just running away and trying to light them all on fire as many times as you can to burn them down. Would I recommend the ship? There's nothing special about it besides the secondaries. And if you're using secondaries, you're either too close, or if the target is too armored, they're not going to do anything. If you use those against a battleship, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to shatter. It's only pretty good on light cruisers and destroyers. If you do like that kind of gameplay, though, where the long range, high explosive spamming, then the ship would probably be interesting to you. But like I said, she is kind of on the small side, but very maneuverable. Armor is meh. It's not the best. Candy cane guns are accurate. She does come with defensive fire for her anti-aircraft suite, which can be pretty good, but it's only for self-defense only. So it's really up to you, but I'm happy with the ship. I played with her quite a bit recently, just lighting everything on fire. And with that, I'm going to end my video, and thank you for watching.